Hey there kids, I'm Mr. Worldwide. Welcome to the Climate Club. Today, we'll be learning all about transport.
People and things always need to get from one place to another. And in our modern fast-paced world, that needs to happen quicker than ever. We call this our transport system, and it's made it easier to travel and get things around the world wherever we want. But what's it doing to our planet? Transport includes all the cars, lorries, buses,
Trains.
boats, and aeroplanes, but also things like bikes, scooters, and even waveboards. Most transport we use relies on either petrol or diesel, which are both fossil fuels. These contribute to global warming by emitting carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. They also emit other nasty chemicals that can contribute to air pollution. Air pollution is particularly bad for wildlife and plants, but also people with lung conditions like asthma. So we need to make some changes to how we move all these things around. As technology improves, more of our transport will be powered by electricity, and by 2035, fewer and fewer cars, vans and buses on the road will be powered by fossil fuels, reducing greenhouse gas emissions and air pollution, making the air we breathe healthier for everyone. But that is a few years away yet. So what can we do now? Well, we need to change the way we get around and use public transport like buses and trains more. Rather than ask to drive to a nearby shop or visit someone nearby, why not ask to walk or cycle with someone instead? We should look at taking less trips abroad and go on more local holidays. And if you can and don't already, try joining friends and parents for a walk or scooter or cycle to school. It's fun, relaxing and keeps you fit and healthy too. Let's hear from Fact, a community transport company here in the town of March in Cambridgeshire, to hear what they're doing to help people get to where they need to go. Hi Gary, can you tell us a bit about what Fact do and why it was started?
So FACT was started back in September 1989, so it's been going for more than 30 years now. It was started with 3 or 4 minibuses to provide community transport to the local area and has rapidly sort of grown and expanded. We now cover all of the Fenland district, Huntingdonshire and East Cambridgeshire districts. We provide what's called a dial-a-ride services, which is a timetabled service taking people to local shops, but we also provide trips to take people to the seaside and to garden centres, etc. And also group bookings. So other community groups can use the service to be able to go out to events.
That's great. Can you tell us a bit about who can use the service and where they can go?
So the service for the dial-a-rides is actually open to members only, and to join as a member, it's basically for people that don't have access to normal forms of transport or can't use those forms of transport. Things like the group bookings, that's open to any community group or charity, and they're provided with a minibus and a driver to take them wherever they want to go.
Great, and does it save them money?
So really, I mean, the kind of people that use our services are those that traditionally haven't got access to their own personal cars or other forms of transport in there. So yes, it would be very expensive for them to use taxis. And to be honest, it's actually more about the other sort of sustainable parts that go with it as well. So it's all about relieving social isolation and well-being, those sorts of things. So in the long run, it does sort of certainly save a lot of money for the community as a whole.
So why do you think community public transport is good for the community and for the environment?
We probably take about 150, 200 people a day on our buses. That's around 16, 17 buses. So that would actually end up replacing about 180 odd car journeys just amongst 16 buses on there.
And how can people get involved and access the service?
Members, they ring up and they can actually book onto our dial-a-ride services in there. Anybody can apply to join up to become a member for any of the other services in there. What we have got as well is we have other things that we're promoting now, things like we call it the active transport as well. So we have a bike fixers shed that we're setting up as well. We have got some donated bikes, and basically that's also again to promote the use of more active transport amongst the community. So people can come and fix their bikes here, but can also come and borrow bikes as well to use. So that also also tails in with our transport needs as well. So we can bring people by minibuses to a central point, and then they can transfer onto active transport bicycles to be able to get around locally.
Wow, thanks Ash and Gary. I'm gonna go to the shops now and I'm walking. How will you next travel?